Alright, now that I had the car running for about 15 minutes, as you can see at the back here, no more smokes. So don't get scared when you start up after you do that, because that's just the carbon, all the carbon's coming out. They're all coming out from the actual. That's why you need to actually remove the spark plugs and crank the engine without the fuel pump fuse connected, fuel pump fuse off, spark plugs off. When you finish your cleaning of the intake ports behind the valve, crank it until there's nothing coming out, and then you put your spark plug back in, and then put everything back together, and then you put the fuel pump fuses back on, and then you can start it. But the first thing that comes out is white smoke, which is normal because all the stuff is coming out from the, pretty much your pistons getting clean, the top, the dome of your pistons getting clean, all the carbon up, all the carbon's coming off that as well. The back of the valve's getting clean. So when you actually have the car running, don't rev it because the car's still cold. Just let it run, and all the smoke will just stop by itself. About 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, the smoke will go down. Probably like 6-7 minutes, and then it gets hot like that. About 80 degrees, and then you can rev it a little bit up, a bit more, but you don't have to. But now, so I'm gonna on this car here, when it first came in, if you start the car probably 5 times, one it will just cut out. We'll just crank and then stop. We're sort of like a loose wire. Now I'm going to attempt to do it 10 times in a row and see what happens. I've got the battery charger on it, connected, and then now I'm going to start. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Usually I've done that before, and the actual car just cut out on a 3rd or 4th or the 5th one. It won't even get to 10. Alright, so now that's why it's very important to torque up the cables to the right torque, because if you think it's tight when you do it up, but it's not tight, it will create a starter motor cutting out intermittently. Alright, especially in the morning when you first start it cold, it will cut out. So on this one here, first thing I started up, didn't cut out on me, and all the smoke came out when I first done this, the previous video. But now I'm just going to erase the lights and all the other stuff. Alright, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.